What is going on, every good people of the world? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. I am the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. Thank you very much for being here. This is super cool. So last night, when I was on the stream, I got rated a couple times and I passed 75 viewers, which meant I was able to set up subscriptions. And I've never set up subscriptions on anything before. And all of a sudden, I light this thing up, and I've got 2 subscribers. So I've got Zarniver, thank you very much. You first subscriber ever, much appreciated. And I've got Bethy143, who I don't think I've seen in here before. Possibly you were one of yesterday's new followers, or a whole bunch of them. But thank you very much. That is amazing. My first 2 subscribers in like the first song that I played since setting up subscriptions. That is just super duper cool. That's all on kick.com for those who may be coming in from other websites. On LiveSpace, we got the Frybug checking in. Excited clearly to have some music going on. Thank you very much for coming in. And wherever you happen to be coming in from, greatly appreciated. I actually also last night I set up, and you may have noticed that the subscription showed on screen. And so now when I get new followers and subscribers on Kick and YouTube, Trovo, I don't really get many viewers on Trovo, but those should actually show on screen finally. I've been wanting to get that to happen for like ages, and it finally happened. So yes, awesome sauce. Cool. I'm just kind of checking everything out, making sure, because this new Botrix, that's what is allowing the stuff to show up in the chat and on the screen. And it looks like that's working really well. So that's just like super exciting. I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are having a good time too. We're playing my 48th album right now, Murder Terminology. We're playing this one because last night I had one song left and I got a nice big raid. And I'm like, let's keep this going. I had like 40 minutes before I had a student coming in, so I kept it going. And we only ended up playing like 3 songs off of this album. So I'm like, let's play the whole album today and make this thing a thing, shall we? It's gonna be a thing. That first song was called Dark Intent. Next one is called Sacrificed in Thy Mirror. Morse Young asked, did you just say 48th album? I did indeed say this is my 48th. I have released a total of 66 albums currently. I am concurrently working on albums 67 through 70, and I do have plans to go over 100. I definitely do. So, well, I should say I'm working on 67 through 70 and a couple of others all kind of concurrently. Some of those may never actually be released. My first 66 albums are instrumental, and I love singing. I've never been very good at it. Over the last 5 years, I've been putting in a much more diligent effort than normal toward my singing. And I feel like I may actually do some singing in the near future. I did a couple of test recordings just the other day, actually on a cover tune I've done of Chris Isaak's Wicked Game, and I was pretty happy with what I got. So we're gonna see. But yes, I'll play my 48th. Today I'm queued up to play my 48th and my 64th albums. And that's what we're gonna work through today and kind of see where that all goes. I see we've got another new follower on Kick. Kick is making me so happy lately. This is so cool. This is Quantium? Quantium. Thank you very much for the follow. And I thought I saw something else, but yeah. Again, thanks to my 2 new subscribers. My first 2 subscribers ever on any platform. That's totally amazing. Do It Pruitt, Lurky Turkey, looking on LiveSpace. I still totally digging the LiveSpace platform as well. I've done pretty well over there with viewers, and particularly considering it's a small beta that's only got like 500 people on it, we're all doing pretty well over there. So that's been a blast. And yeah, just totally digging all of this. These last few streams I've done have been just completely awesome. And I want to say that's mostly because of Kick.com. So thank you, Kick. Keep on kicking, baby. All right. Well, we got some slower songs coming up, but this is not one of them. We're going to keep the upbeat pace going here. This song is called The Winter of Terror. And Do It Pruitt on Live Space says he digs the slow songs. I do enjoy my slow songs a lot as well. And it's a very different approach to the improvisational guitar solos that I do. I like playing fast. It's fun, and of course people like watching fast guitar players. But it's a very different concept of how you move from note to note, from chord to chord, on slow songs versus fast songs. It's hard to explain. But one of the things that comes up with my students is, how do you know when you're playing that fast, how do you know what note to play next, what phrase to play next? And really, I think one of the best ways to describe, and other times you're like, okay, hey, you know what? Let's relax. Let's take things slow. And so improvisational playing is a lot like that. And it was kind of hard to describe what the difference is, but it's definitely there. And if you think about it from that kind of conversational perspective, monologuing perspective, that's a lot of that's what I feel like goes on in my mind when I'm doing improvisational work. And just because Do It Pruitt likes him so much, this next song is not slow. I'm just playing them in order. So I played the first 3 songs, and I'm going to play the 4th song. I made that up all on my own. It's this new thing I do called counting. Made it all up. Nonetheless, 4th song on the album. This one is called The Dance of Annihilation. Time to call in the lighting crew. Thought I saw this one going wonky during the set there. Those two lights on the lower left, they're cantankerous. Yeah, every once in a while the middle one over here goes a little crazy. And on very rare occasions some of the others. But those two, they're definitely they're the troubled children of the Mad Poet world. Okay, I'm just curious about a couple things here. Try to not make the same mistakes that I made yesterday, which were significant. I had all kinds of tech stuff going on yesterday. It was crazy. All right, okay, we're doing well here. Doing well. Let's just check a couple other little bits and pieces. Looks good. Rock and roll. All right. Cool, thank you for your patience, and of course, thank you for being here, whoever you are, wherever you're coming in from, whatever time of day it is where you're coming in from, or whatever day it is, because sometimes I get people in past the date. I don't know how that works. You know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about here. Slow it down a little bit. This is this particular piece. Let me approach it slightly different. When you listen to a lot of audio engineers talking about how to engineer better, one of the big things they say is stop perfecting everything. Don't fix all the mistakes, because you record, you miss a little bit. You should leave some of that in. And there's a very popular thing, particularly in modern metal, is to go in and just align everything, every note, make sure it's perfect in the recording. And I agree with the engineers, that's not necessarily a good idea. When I compose everything in sheet music. So here's a little of the sheet music for this upcoming song here. And with that, sometimes you make a mistake. And it's real easy to fix mistakes in your sheet music, particularly in this digital sheet music like we use. This song, I don't recall quite what went on, but I put this chord in that shouldn't have been there. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. So it came out pretty cool. I think it kind of fits the feel that this song is kind of going for. This is called The Phantom of Shame. Darth Rips coming in. Welcome, Darth Rips. I want to give a special thank you to Darth Rips. He doesn't know this, but he gave me actually a lot of help last night. I remember seeing on Darth Rips' channel in his chat that he had this bot that was saying, hey, thank you for following and all this stuff. And I'm like, I want that on mine. So I went and I ran through his old chats and I found it. And I was like, okay, cool, it's Botrix. And so I loaded that up and I figured it all out last night. So thank you, Darth Rips, for using that so that I would be able to use it as well. And we got a new follower on Kick, Ready? I'm not sure how to pronounce your username, but thank you very much for being here. We got Rootman coming in from, looks like YouTube today. Hello, fellow, right back at you. Thank you very much. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, so the reason I'm freaking out is I just set up subscriptions last night on Kick.com, and on my first song I got 2 subscribers, which is amazing. And now Zarniver just gave 5 gift subscriptions to other viewers. Thank you kindly, thank you so much, greatly appreciated. It's just super cool. And so 7 subscriptions, and I'm only 5 songs deep on having subscriptions. This is just crazy cool. So thank you, much appreciated. And Ecstatic Sense, yes, hooray subs! We got subs now. Isn't that crazy? It's totally awesome. Thank you very much. Yes, it's too good not to share with others. Well, I just appreciate it. The fact that I just have people even coming in and viewing is always awesome. And so when people do give tips, or now when I'm getting subscriptions and gift subscriptions, that's just also extremely awesome. So I'm actually going to dedicate the performance of this next song to Zarniver. This is The Altar of Madness. I really like the synths in this, and so the synths I use on the live version of this are different than on the recorded version, and I like these ones better. It's a result of I had this synth program that only works, unfortunately, in older versions of my recording program, and so on my newer albums I started just using different synths, and they're really good. I think it's a synth called Serenity I'm using. It's some free synth I found. It's great. And so as I've gone back and set albums up for playback, I've used those, and that really fits that song well, in my opinion. This next song is a very similar feel to the last one. I almost feel like it's a continuation of the last song. And yeah, so it's got a very similar feel. Rootman throwing up the Mad Poet logo, custom icons on Kick. Thank you. I need to, now that I've got subscribers, I noticed last night, I was just looking at all kinds of stuff last night, and I know there's a place where I can do subscriber only emotes. So I'll have to make some up just for my new subs now that I got freaking 7 subs. Thank you very much again to Zarniver for subscribing and for the 5 gift subscriptions. That is super duper cool. Totally digging it. All right, hey, let's keep this thing going here. I think I played 3 songs off this album last night. It was the first one, last one, and I'm pretty sure this one I also played. Yeah, this was the one. This is a fun song. It's called Forsaken Soul. This is a great question from Ecstatic Sense on Kick. It asks, what would be my easiest song, my least difficult song to play? And out of over 600, I think I'm going to say In the Crosshairs off of the album Hard Six, which is my 59th album. Now, I don't play all of my songs regularly, so of the ones I play regularly, it would almost certainly be that. And the reason for that is it's a slow song, and I just don't play very many notes. And I could probably teach that song, the rhythm guitar parts I could teach to an intermediate level player. And if you have reasonably basic understanding of scales and improvisation, you could play something with that song. The thing that would make it more challenging for some people is that it's in F minor. And so I play my guitar in standard tuning. And in F minor, the only open string you have available is the third string, which is tuned to a G note. And so that is a little more challenging, but the way I teach guitar, that's not nearly as important as long as you understand how scales function. And once you understand how scales, basically how scales function as patterns, you can play any key as easily as you can play any other key. So, for example, of the minor keys, E minor, A minor, and B minor are the three minor keys that have all 6 open strings available. B flat minor is the only minor key that has no open strings available. For me, it's just as easy to play in B flat minor as it is to play in E minor, whether there are no open strings or all the open strings, just because of the way I've learned to view the fretboard. And it's not a difficult thing to view the fretboard in that way. So when I get to something, I really enjoy F minor. There was a while I was kind of on an F minor kick, and I've got a few albums that have multiple F minor songs in them. And I just feel like for my hands, the positions of F minor kind of work well. You definitely end up having favorite keys. And in the event anyone's wondering, yes, my water bottles always have a cap on them, because about 2 months ago, I knocked one of these over on my desk that did not have a cap, and it spilled right down my computer. And that was, as we say in the tech sector, bad for my computer. Fortunately, the computer itself was fine, but I had to reinstall my operating system, every piece of software. Fortunately, I do back everything up very rarely. I actually back up to an external hard drive and also to the cloud. So I didn't lose any data. The big thing I lost in that was my broadcast software. I had to rebuild from the ground up. And that alone, I think, was like 5 or 6 days, because I've just got so much going on in there. Because it's like my recording program is the headquarters of everything that happens here, the lights, the cameras, everything. OBS stands for Open Broadcast Software. That is the number 2 software. So there's a lot going on there. So that was kind of crazy. So that is why I don't have any liquids down here on the desk that are not lidded up. Much less liquid spills out that way in the event of another accident. That's a great question, Ecstatic Sense. Thanks very much. And if anyone's coming in a little late, if you're new to the show, I'm the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. This is my 48th album. It's titled Murder Terminology. We're about to play the 8th song on this album. And the 8th song, something about the 8th song here going on that you need to know. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the G sharp minor portion of the show. You are welcome. This song is called Bleeding Out. Remember a little while ago when I said those two lights are my cantankerous ones? They just both went rogue simultaneously. That's awesome. Okay, lighting crew's getting called in. I don't have two go out at once very often. We got a new follower on Kick.com. Proteris, welcome to the Mad Poet Society. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you are enjoying the show. Memories coming in from the YouTubes. Thank you for being here. One of my most regular, probably my most regular YouTube viewer, Miss Memory. She's awesome. If you happen to be on YouTube, check her out. She does kind of ambient style grunge music. Very cool stuff. I really like what she's got going on. And yes, just thank you very much everyone for being here. This has been a totally awesome show. A lot of new people coming in. Just totally digging it. Thank you very much. This next song, as my regular viewers know, on every album that I do, I dedicate a song to someone, someone I know, someone I like, someone I've worked with on some crazy project or whatever. This one's going out to my friend Tom. And if Do It Prude, if you still happen to be watching on Live Space, you mentioned you like the slower ones, you're definitely getting that with this. And if you want to play along, this is in C minor. This is called Daydreams About Nightmares. Actually, Cody Judo was in. Hey, I followed your channel last night. Looking good on there. And thank you for the raid yesterday. That actually was huge in helping me out to get my subscriptions going. Big help, so I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. Great to see you. Hope you have a good time at your party. Have a good one. Absolutely. All right. And GB, probably GB. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Mad Poet Society. Thank you for being here. Hope you are enjoying the show. And of course, wherever you're tuning in from, I hope you're enjoying the show. I'm having a great time here. This has just been nothing but fun today. This has been an awesome stream. Lots of cool new people coming in, and a special thank you to all my new subscribers. That was, I really didn't expect to get any subscribers here on my first day having subscribers on Kick, let alone 2 of them during my first song, and then 5 more gifted. Just like totally incredible. So thank you to all of that, and all the new followers and everything. We're gonna load up my next album after this. So this is the last song on this album, and then we're gonna load up the album in this fashion, and we're gonna keep this thing going. And both of these albums, I feel like, have just excellent songs for the final song. It really freaking works. This one is called Hatred Grows Too Slowly. All right, that is the end of that album, but we are not done with the show. Let's do the switch over here. Shut down the sheet music. Sometimes I gotta kind of talk my way through this to get it right. For a long time, I only did one album per show just because this changeover is quite challenging to do. And then I practiced it for a while, and I was like, okay, got this worked out. I also had to work some other stuff out. I had this weird problem with switching back and forth between projects in my recording program. And it was really quite a significant problem. And I found out it was because of certain duplicate plugins. So I went and cleaned up my plugin folder, and that took care of that whole craziness kind of thing there. And so yeah, these days I know how to do it, but it's still sometimes it's like, oh, let me just talk my way through here and make sure I actually know what's going on. I feel like I'm getting smoother at it, getting a little better at it. All right, so I just loaded up my 64th album. It's called In This Fashion. First song is called The 11th Commandment. Alright, I just want to make a quick adjustment on my sheet music. Better. Cool. Getting sweaty in here. Who's catching my breath? Catching my breath. Still gonna go for my run, of course, afterwards. Sarah's coming back tonight. She's been out for a week, so that'd be great to see her again. She won't be back for, she probably hasn't even hit the road yet, so she'll probably be at least 5 or 6 hours. But she takes off about once a month for work, and it's always nice when she gets back. Mentioned F minor earlier. Some more F minor for us. This piece is called Have I Forgotten Something? Buffalo Wild Wings coming in on Kick. Thank you very much for following. Welcome to the Mad Poet Society. Having a good time here. It looks like Buffalo Wild Wings is digging it. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, this has been so crazy that so many new followers. It took me, I think, over 2 years to get to 100 followers on Twitch. I've been streaming on Kick for like 4 or 5 weeks and I'm almost to 100 followers. So this has been like totally awesome. My subscriptions are set up. People are subscribing. This has been crazy. And I totally dig it. I'm here for it, people. It's good times. So let's keep on playing here. This next one is in C minor. It's called Talk to Me. gotta wait for this thing to flip over and see what we got coming next. The way I'm set up here is I've got sheet music on my main monitor, got broadcast software, secondary chats, primary chats, four monitors, but main monitor's got my sheet music. And because I have a lot of music, I don't remember what songs are coming up. And so it's like waiting for the music to flip. Like, oh, okay, that's what song we're gonna play next. That's kind of what happens from my perspective in this whole thing. Whew, running low on water. Good thing I know where to get more of that stuff. Pokemert on LiveSpace. Thanks for coming in. I don't believe I have seen you on LiveSpace before, but welcome to the Mad Poet Show. Hope you are having a good time. Thank you for throwing up the metal horns icon. Typed in thing, abbreviation. I don't know what it is. I'm old, man. But yeah, hey, thank you very much. I haven't said this for a little while. Thank you very much for everyone, wherever you're coming in from. Streaming out to 15 different platforms. So whether you're coming in from YouTube, Facebook, Trovo, DLive, Kick, Picardo, LiveSpace, Twitch, Rumble, Nono, Nemo, Vaughn, Africa, wherever you're coming in from, thank you very much for being here. I am the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society, and this is what we do. We're streaming at the same time tonight, but thank you very much. Yes, I've worked for a very long time at my guitar playing skills, and I feel very, very fortunate to have a life where I actually get to do guitar for a living. I teach guitar as my kind of primary job. I'm a primary income. I'm a private guitar teacher, and I love doing that. It's a blast. I've got awesome students. And then, of course, my album sales supplement a very little bit. I don't make a lot on album sales. Album sales are not a great way of making money anymore. And, but then doing these shows, of course, is freaking awesome. And I've clearly built it up quite a bit to be a very cool thing. Pokemert says, it shows, thank you. I dabbled a lot as a teen, but haven't played for years. And, and that's really common. Most people are not going to make a lifestyle out of playing music. And there's nothing wrong with that. Zarniver on Kick says, got you on in the background, listening while playing games with friends online. Always a great vibe here. Thank you very much. Yeah, I definitely try to have kind of that concert style vibe in my streams to the extent that I can. And I've had a few people say that this has a very good concert feel. So it's great that I'm kind of getting what I'm going for. Hey, Pokemon, just out of curiosity, how are you liking LiveSpace, the LiveSpace beta? I've been totally digging it. I've been having a blast on LiveSpace. I'm curious about other people's opinions, and now that I know that you are, in fact, streaming on there, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm kind of curious about how other people are perceiving it. I've been on LiveSpace for like 9 months. Dewitt Pruitt and I were kind of the two super early active beta testers back when there were like 20 or 30 people in the beta. And so we've really enjoyed watching it grow and kind of getting to know the new people. And the community's been freaking awesome. So, yeah, I would love to hear your opinion on that. And while you think about that, think about this. This next song is called The Devil's Masquerade. All right, Pokemart from LiveSpace. I asked about their experience on LiveSpace. They've got a great bunch of people in chat tonight. Lots of room for improvement and features, but it's definitely promising. Fair. Hoping to build a nice little Pokemon community over here. Cool. Oh, that Pokemon. Got it. Okay, so it is Pokemart, and it's a Pokemon reference. I'm not much of a gamer. I did one time when I first started streaming. I played City of Heroes on stream for about a half hour. That's the only time I've played a video game on stream. Yeah. And Hit Girl 8, production is top tier. Thank you very much for the compliment there. And Hit Girl 8, I don't believe I have seen you in our chat before, so welcome to the Mad Poet Society and the Mad Poet Show. Great to have you here. I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you very much. Whew. I'm not sure how warm it is outside, but I know it is going crazy in this room. And I do not have my air conditioner on today. I live in Eastern Washington, so it's pretty hot. It's probably around 90 or so. That's kind of our standard for this time of year. It'll get hotter over the next month. Usually gets up into the triple digits for about a week or so in August-ish. And so yeah, looking forward to that. But get done here, I'm definitely going out for a run in the desert heat. Shirtless, my sweat-covered muscles glistening in the sun. I love running. I did about 4.5 yesterday. I typically do about 5 or so. Pokemart says, do what you love, mate. It's clearly shredding for you. It is. You're absolutely right. And Hit Girl says she would die without... Hit Girl's already in the triple digits wherever she's at. I'm guessing female on this, since I'm guessing the GRL is a gender reference. Apologies if I have misgendered you. Yeah, if you're in the triple digits, literally people do die without air conditioning, so I'm glad that you've got it. And I hope everyone is staying with reasonably regulated temperatures and in good health out there. And do okay. I got you correct. Good. Awesome. I know most people are not too terribly concerned about that kind of stuff. I'm not. I've been misgendered before. I've never done a stream without a purple shirt and tie. Sometimes it's a bow tie, but I always wear a tie. And I occasionally wear pink shirts. Sarah and I both think I look pretty good in pink. So I've been misgendered before. So, people just catch the pink shirt or whatever. It's really not a big deal. But I do my best. I do my best out here to be polite and reasonable with all of my fellow people. So thank you for being people, my fellow people. Yeah, because that just makes sense. I need to play guitar and shut up. This next song is called Down with the Ship. Hit Girl 8's got to take off, but she says keep shredding. So thank you very much. It was great chatting with you while you were here, and I hope you have a great night, day, evening, morning, afternoon, or whatever it happens to be, wherever you are at. And I just want to make a couple of quick double checks in chat to see where things are sitting, and it looks like we are probably good. But I know that the chats can get lost, and they sometimes do. So, but it looks like things are working appropriately today. All right. I'm gonna grab a stool and relax for a moment here. We're gonna slow rolling down. Take me a drink of water. Speaking of water, this next piece is called Molten Ice. And I remembered to not put my chair right in front of camera number 4 today. 3, 4? I think that's camera. The left camera. Right camera for you guys. I've done that like, probably the last like 6 times I've used the stool. I've just like set the stool down right in front of the stage left camera. Such a knob. Totally dig it. What we got going on here? I'm trying to remember how many songs I've got on this album. Let's see, it's 10 or 11. This one's 10. Okay, so we're on. Yes, we're a little more than halfway through this album. We got a while left here. How long have we been streaming today? About 2¼ hours. Not bad. Coming along nicely. Again, thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Well, it's almost 5 o'clock here in Eastern Washington. Probably got a half hour or so left, depending on how things go. Maybe a little more. Let's get into it here. If you're playing along, this is in C minor. I guess technically this one might be a G Phrygian. Same. This is called Epiphanic Moments. Alrighty then, moving on along. This is one of these songs where I get to it and I feel like I'm supposed to say something about this song, but I don't know what it is, so I won't. We'll figure it out as we go along. This is called Take the Next Step. last of the water. Should be able to make it through the rest of the show without. We got, wait a minute. How many songs do I got left here? I only have 2 songs left. Oh, quick. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I thought I had more than that. There's Randy being an airhead again. What a surprise. Never seen that before. So 2 songs left tonight. Thank you very much for coming in, everybody. Moving in toward the end of the show here. Hope you have enjoyed it. I want to say thanks to all of my new followers and subscribers, new viewers and chatters. We had a lot of great people coming in tonight. Just had a bundle of fun. Second to last song. It's called The Seeds of Discord. Oh, that's right, out of water. Only one song left, so we're good. This, I think, is one of my better songs to end a show on. And it's a fun piece. Got some harpsichord going in this, as I always like. Zarniver says, it's been great just listening, relaxing. Thank you very much. And of course, again, Zarniver, particularly thank you for the subscription and the 5 gift subscriptions. Who's the other? Bethy143. Thank you very much also for the subscription. My first 2 subscribers. Very cool. Greatly appreciated. And of course, to all the viewers out there, new viewers, old viewers, and wherever you're coming in from, thank you very much for spending some time with the Mad Poet Society. This is the last song of the evening. This is called The Beast Has Arrived. All right, gang, that is it for me for the day. Thank you again all very much for coming in. New subscribers, followers, chatters, viewers, wherever you're coming in from, thank you very much. I don't think I will be able to stream tomorrow. It is my busy teaching day, and I also have a couple of other things, other people I'm meeting with outside of lessons, some extra Zoom meetings, so probably will not have a chance, but I should be back in on Monday with a full stream as per usual, and I'm looking forward to it. In fact, as I've been going through some of these songs, listening to the synths, I'm thinking I may have to load up that old synth and render out some of those so I can play Graceful Insanity and Roswell. Because I got to have the right synths on those. I've got some things in mind. Well, we'll see what goes down. Be doing it soon. Yep, Zarver again, thank you so much. I'm Bethany143 for the new subs. That was totally awesome today. Digging it. Everyone, do what you do it well. Until the next time.